from beautiful Belfast. We are starting off the morning doing our absolutely favourite thing in a new city, which is a free walking tour. So let's get started.
Belfast began as a small settlement at the meeting of two rivers, the Lagan and the Farset. In the 17th century, the city grew as an important port and market town, especially under English and Scottish settlers during the plantation of Ulster. It then grew rapidly in the 18th and 19th centuries during the Industrial Revolution, becoming a powerhouse of shipbuilding and linen production, eventually being granted city status by Queen Victoria in 1888. Most famously, Belfast is where the RMS Titanic was built at the Harland and Wolff shipyard, the pride of a booming city, and launched in 1912 before its tragic maiden voyage.
After the Irish War of Independence between 1919 and 1921, Ireland was partitioned into the Republic of Ireland in the south, while 6 counties, including Belfast, remained part of the UK as Northern Ireland. This division deepened political and religious tensions between Unionists, mainly Protestant, and Nationalists, mainly Catholic. In the mid to late 1960s, these divisions eventually exploded into the Troubles, a period of intense conflict marked by bombings, riots, and sectarian violence. Belfast was at the epicenter of the conflict until peace was finally brokered by the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. Today, the city has emerged as a place of resilience, culture, and new beginnings.
Walking tour in Belfast, and we actually went with the same company that we used in Cork, so Yellow Umbrella Tours. And just like previously, our tour guide was awesome. He was super informative, passionate, and really, really funny as well. It is definitely a great tour to go on, especially if you want to learn about the history between the British and the Irish, as well as the Troubles. But we are now in a little bit of a rush on to our next stop, which is the Titanic Museum. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to film in the Titanic Museum, but we hope that the slideshow of photos that we have will still do the experience justice.
RMS Titanic was ordered in 1908 by British operator White Star Line to be built by Harland and Wolff, who we mentioned earlier in the video, at the then staggering cost of £1.5 million. Titanic was the second ship in a new line of Olympic-class ocean liners, measuring around 270 meters long and 28 meters wide, intended to be the largest of their time. The ships were also the most luxurious, including a gymnasium, swimming pool, fine restaurants and cafes, and even a Turkish bath alongside many opulent suites.
After a 3-year process of building that started in 1909, the ship set off on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England on the 10th of April 1912, holding an estimated 2,224 passengers and crew, all bound for New York. However, in the small hours of the 15th of April, tragedy struck when the Titanic hit an iceberg. In spite of the engineering that would ensure the ship would stay afloat, the damage to the hull was so extensive that the Titanic did sink within just a few hours. Due to numerous other factors, including freezing water temperatures, insufficient lifeboat capacity, and communications failures with other ships nearby, it is estimated that around 1,500 people died.
However, the lessons learned from this disaster have been influential in improving maritime safety to help prevent such disasters from ever happening again.
We've just finished up with our visit to the Titanic Museum, and just apologies again for not being able to film. We didn't know that in advance, but despite that, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, and the £25 tickets were truly worth the experience. So I'm going to go around the whole car and ask the crew what their favorite part about the museum was. So, Auntie Linda, what was your favorite part?
I like the ride.
The ride?
Yes, and I think it's worthwhile taking. Gives you a good sense of the experience of one of the young men that was working on the ship and the hardships they suffered, the long hours, the very little pay, and how dangerous it was too for them.
Yeah, absolutely. You really got a sense of what it was like to build the Titanic. Uncle Mike, what was your favorite part?
The interviews of the builders and those who were launching the day of the launch.
And Nick, what was your favorite part?
Well, first of all, I really enjoyed how comprehensive it all was. Like, it really was like a true sort of start to finish experience. But I think the thing I really appreciate was the kind of when you went into the middle, when you had that kind of scale model in the middle, like when you got to the discovery part of it all. So there was kind of a part of it that was just kind of casually gliding along the water, and then there was the iceberg, and then there was discovery. I thought that kind of immersive cinema experience was really, really cool.
Mum, do you have a favorite part?
The people who worked hard. They learned a trade, but at what cost? It was absolutely amazing.
Yes, I will echo what Nick said in that I loved that it really started by explaining the industrialization in Belfast and then connected that to the Titanic being built. And my favorite part, while I enjoyed the ride thoroughly, I love seeing the inside of the staterooms, whether it was the first class one or the third class, or seeing an authentic life jacket or deck chair. I really like that type of thing. So it clearly provided something for everyone. We are heading back to our Airbnb and not sure what's up next. Nick and Rachel from the future here. We realized that we did not end the vlog last night, but don't worry, you missed nothing. We were so exhausted that we just passed out.
So with that, we are going to end the vlog here, and for everything that we're doing today, you're gonna have to catch up with us next week. So we will see you then. Until next time, take care.
And keep smiling.